Now let's move into working with the fire as a therapy for releasing some of the characteristics of the ego. So as we do this, just imagine yourself sitting comfortably near a fire, whether it's a fireplace in your house or whether it's outside. Just see yourself sitting comfortably near a fire. Now just take a notice, or maybe something's already surfaced, originating out of the ego, whether it's something that you feel like you're separate from. Even if it's someone you love, you can feel separate from them. Or maybe you're separate from the environment in some way. So think of something then that you sense that you might feel separate from. And noticing what it is. Noticing that it's a thought form of some type, an energetic form. And just see yourself with sincerity placing it into the fire and having the intention of letting it go, releasing it from your being. Right now, that's the choice that you've made. To release that separation from your being. And if there is fear associated with it, then you can place the fear into the fire. And sometimes I found that if I just kind of like scoop that fear out of my system, or that separation out of my system, and place it in my hand and gently move it over to the fire and drop it in the fire and shake it off, and just see it transformed into the fire. And just know that this is a sacred fire with very special abilities. Think of it as a consecrated fire. And you're offering a piece of yourself that's restricting or blocking you from moving to a place of peace and love and joy and bliss. And that you've chosen to let this situation of separation be released. And maybe you need to do that a few times. Keep placing it in the fire. Maybe it's really attached to you, or you're attached to it, and you have to cut all the connections that it has with you. And maybe you need to see some scissors just cutting all the connections and cords and strings and ribbons that are connecting it to you. Any type of contracts or vows that keep it connected to you. That notion of separation. And just cut it all and free it up. And then placing it again into the fire. And you can also ask a higher energy to be with you, to help through that process. Or have the energy of the meditation to be with you to help through the process. And maybe you notice it getting softer. Maybe it just dissipates spontaneously. Maybe you feel it leaving your system. So there's different ways that you can notice the release. Maybe your mind feels freer. Or maybe there's an openness that was created. Or maybe it's a relaxation that was expanded. A lightness. So there's a variety of ways of noticing the release. Now you can continue working on that separation activity, or maybe there's something else. Maybe there's some insecurity. Or there's some dreams or wishes or wants that have been more pressing on you that you would like to release, move on. Maybe there's some seeking in the outside world for happiness when you know you need to go inside. It's that separation of inside and outside. So maybe you want to release that outside world. So anything else that you're feeling that needs to be released, just place it in the fire. Just have the intention, releasing it and placing it in the fire, letting it go. And if you need to scoop it out of your system, that's just fine. And just place it in the fire. And we always do this from a place of acceptance. There's a sense of purity and sincerity. So we've acknowledged it, we've owned it, we've embraced it to say, I need to release it. And then we take the action to release it. Sometimes over and over and over again, and sometimes more quickly, but it's all part of the process. Of moving to a place of peacefulness and stillness and unity, less stress, much less stress. And if you want to bundle a few things together, just go ahead and bundle them together and place it in the fire. And acknowledge and be thankful to the fire for how it's helping to transform you. And just knowing that the fire is your friend, just one of the many friends that you have to help you work with these things. And then let's begin bringing this to a close with an Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Knowing that you can always come back, always come back, and always let go, let go, let go, let go. It's really your choice how much you want to let go of. completely yours. And then slowly coming back and opening your eyes whenever you get around to it.